here. I am your host for this month's STS. Thank you so much for joining us. And I just wanted to say a big welcome to absolutely all the Herbies who have been to an event like this before, but especially to all the brand new members who are attending their very first training and event. So welcome, and grab yourselves a notepad and pen, and let's have this session inspire, motivate, educate, as well as give you tangible tips that you can implement straight away into your businesses. I love this quote by Takeda. I don't know how to say it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce that name. Knowledge is not power, it is only potential. Applying that knowledge is power. Understanding why and when to apply that knowledge is wisdom. So really today, let it inspire and motivate you, of course, but take that out there and use it to grow your businesses past today. So really quickly, just my journey before I bring on our special guest speakers. So for me, I actually got started in Herbalife before I had kids, and product-wise, my result was I lost 12 kilos, 36 centimeters from the waist and the hips when I first started. I've had digestive issues my whole life. That did such an improvement about 2 weeks in. Energy lifted about day 8 for me as well. I'm just going to mute people in between, by the way, as you see me clicking buttons. And for me, the reason I stayed on Herbie, like as in on the products, past that initial weight loss, past the energy lifting, past the digestion, was because I kept my weight off for longer than a day. Previously, I'd been super fit, but then, my weight just really, really fluctuated. I had to put so much effort in staying around a 5 kilo mark. It would just go crazy. So the fact that I used the products to maintain my weight, I was like, I am it. This is it. Because I knew I wanted to be a mom in the future, and I had just seen all the women in my family just gain weight and never be able to take it off after having babies. And I'm a foodie. I love food. So I wanted to do that too, So when that happened, that's actually what hooked me into staying on all these years. And I've now used the whole range throughout 4 pregnancies and then postpartum during breastfeeding, and obviously to reshape and things like that and recover. I'm a year postpartum baby 4, and I'm actually stronger and fitter now than I think I actually have ever been, to be fair. So I'm feeling awesome and very, very obsessed with the products. But look, when I got started with the products, I also started the business. And at the time, I was a full-time law and psychology university student. I was working in clothing retail stores, as well as working with barristers on criminal trials. So I had no time. And this is pre-kids, yeah? No time then, and then no time with kids. But I had about 2 hours extra a week to do the Herbalife business. And I was super excited for it, to be honest. I immediately saw the opportunity. Some people don't, but I did. And just was very happy to start telling everyone right away. And I made an extra $700 in my first month, and was making around that $1,000, $1,500 kind of mark every month for a while, around all the things that I was doing. And it wasn't until I became a young mom, had a mortgage, had more money going out than what was coming in. Hubby and I literally were burning the candle at both ends, in the sense that he was full-time corporate and army, just every hour trying to work to come up with some money. I had picked up all these extra gigs at nighttime while the baby slept. Any bar work or things that would basically be able to be done while, a breastfeeding mama can have the baby sleeping, which meant I wasn't sleeping. It was exhausting, and nothing was really helping. And so I went to an event that it was actually in person on the Gold Coast, but now we have them virtually for us at the minute. And going to that event, I was desperado. I was desperate to find something or hear something at the training that would just get my, just do something for me where I could just get out of there and work this business. I knew it was the way out. Do you know what I mean? I knew it was the way out of the situation. 10 days coming out, it made an extra $4,000, which was like being able to breathe again, because I could actually go grocery shopping, and that was incredible at the time. And 6 months later, it went to $6,000 a month around all of that. By the end of the second pregnancy, I walked out of the hospital and my check, I looked on the phone and I couldn't believe it. It was like $14,900. And then the month after that, it was 20,000, 22, 28, 38, 45, And the highest so far for us for the month has been $55,000 for the month. And couple of years ago, my husband was basically able to retire, so we're full-time stay-at-home parents, and that's obviously why we decided to have the fourth baby, because I actually have a set of hands to help me out. But here are just some photos of like some of the trips we've been able to do with the company, some of the people I've been able to meet that I definitely would not have been able to meet if I hadn't been in Kirby. And I wanted to end on this before I pass it over to our special guest, that when you reach a position called the President's Team, it was a big thing for me because I'd always wanted to go to America. That was like a bucket list item for me. And the company sent my husband and I over to Beverly Hills. They stayed at Rodeo, right in front of Rodeo Drive. That's that photo there. The Beverly Wilshire Hotel, the Pretty Woman Hotel. And we were there for a week. Samantha Clayton, some of you know her, who's the fitness expert for Herbalife. She took us, that's literally at 6:30 a.m. In LA. We went around for a run and a workout with her around Beverly Hills. And, it was just incredible, just incredible. And I just wanted to share those photos because, and Jess and Gab were there with us, which made it extra special. But let me get to it, okay? So I would love to introduce our special guest speaker. I'm actually going to give her, I'll give you the hosting role now, Janelle, so you can get your slides up. Let me find you on the list. Hold on. There we are. All right, so Janelle's going to be the host now, guys. So we're doing this live, do you know what I mean? It's not the corporate staff doing this. It's actually us running this session. So if there's any stuff-ups, it's all good. But let me quickly introduce Janelle. So Janelle Pocock, who's actually in WA as well, she was incredible. I watched her whole journey and it's been the best thing ever. She was a client, adamant to not obviously, get in the business, and she'll tell you all of this, but what I can say from Janelle is she's a hustler. She absolutely has worked her behind off. She has a heart of gold. Is so much fun. I mean, you want to get on the dance floor with her. But in the last 90 days, Janelle has made $52,000 profit, as well as 40,000 personal volume points in the business. So without further ado, Millionaire team member Janelle Pocock, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jo, for inviting me onto the call. I feel that I actually nailed that. I was stressing all day about the screen and everything like that. So thank you so much, Jo. I've been able to do my whole journey through Herbalife, being inspired by yourself at the Perth STSs every single month. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. Hi everyone, my name's Janelle Pocock. I'm from a country town in Albany, Western Australia. So I'm the furthest you can go south in Western Australia. So I'm about 5 hours from Perth. I just thought I would share with you guys, firstly, my product result. I came into the business a little bit uniquely, and I'm absolutely loving the fact that I fell into Herbalife through my husband reminding me that someone had a lose weight now asked me how sticker on the side of my car, which was Jess Morgan. I messaged her through Facebook after being desperate. I just had my second baby and I was struggling to actually get through the day. I was struggling with energy. I was struggling with lifestyle. I had gone from being a manager of 14 women in an insurance brokerage industry to being a mum. I love the fact of being a mum, but it's not structured. I'm a very, very structured person. I love doing stuff. I'm a very busy person, but really hated that side of it. So started on the products. I was a horrid client, absolutely awful. I did not return phone calls. I did not message Jess back. I actually ignored her quite a few times, but through her pursuing with me what I could possibly get out of the products, and for instance, taking milk out of my shake and everything like that my results started to really improve. So I started, my energy went up, my moods changed, my digestive system, I lost 20 centimetres from my tummy. So bloating isn't a normal thing. It means that there is something not right with your tummy. So through like healthy cellular nutrition, I became a lot less bloated. And yeah, I actually started to function on the toilet a lot better. It's a bit funny because most of our stories in Western Australia are actually about the toilet. So we actually go to the toilet quite regularly, and it's actually exciting. So my skin became clearer. Everything became a lot easier. I became a lot healthier and happier with the food that I ate. I had a healthier relationship with food. I was petrified of eating food because of the cramps that it used to give me on a daily basis. So, yeah, so through that, got amazing results. Yes, I lost 8 kilos, but for me it was the fluid around the face. It was the tummy fitting back into like a size 8 after sort of creeping up to sort of the size 12. And yeah, my skin, I love my skin. I get compliments about my skin all the time, and I kind of go, ooh, because yeah, you just don't get used to that. But that's my product result. That's I was a product lover for about 9 months when my dad started on the products. He got amazing results through just doing a healthy breakfast party at my house. Just a really simple presentation. I think there was about 6 or 7 of us there. My dad got amazing results. This sold me. I was like, well, if I'm getting amazing results and my dad gets amazing results, and my sister at that stage had jumped on, I sort of thought, well, hey, let's try the business. So I started the business with 2 kids at my feet. It was a very interesting time, work from home moments. There was plenty of them. It was hectic, but it was the best thing I could have possibly done. I started to earn a little bit of money. I got my first check. Yes, I got a check in the mail from JP Morgan. Thought it was from Jess. It's not. It's a major bank. And it was for $56 or something like that. I don't know if I even banked it. I really didn't take Herbalife seriously back then, but that was my parents buying products and only a couple of things. So, yeah, got the check, sat down and sort of thought, maybe I can do this business, set a plan in place. I started with going to my first STS. It exposed me to what I could possibly do and how I could do it, the marketing plan, which took 4 or 5 STSs to get through my head. But I brought my husband along to one of them, and he was like, boom. And that's how my journey started. I live 5 hours from Perth, so an STS is a 10-hour trip. With 2 kids under 3, it was quite a big effort, but I decided to take the risk. I thought, why not me? So yeah, I jumped in the car and met all these beautiful people up there. For me, it wasn't. We've got quite a big community down here of friends, family, and everything like that. So I sort of thought, who are these people, and what can I, like, what are you going to give to me that I don't already know, being through business and managing and everything like that? I was so cocky. And they gave me like the heart of Herbalife. They gave me Mark Hughes, they gave me the mission. That stuck to me more than anything because my dad's results were life-changing. So that was us. That was 10 years ago. I can't believe it. It's so a little bit overwhelming to know that it's been 10 years. So I came back and I set up little weight loss challenges from our play group. We ran fit clubs from the park. I'm not a fitness person, by the way, but I was willing to try anything. My clients wanted it. I was like, I'm in. Let's do this. Let's go for a walk. Let's do this. I worked very closely with working from home mums. And that they were my main demos. By the way, don't read or check my spelling because this is me. This is why I do Herbalife. It's because, none of that matters. So running through this, I attended my first spectacular. I took my hubby, and Guillermo Luna was the guest speaker, and he had a video of motorbikes and everything like that. And like, that's our lifestyle. That's what we want. We got we got exposed to the royalties, we got exposed to everything like that. So we put a plan in place to go to every STS and to take people. Took me a couple of STSs to realise, I need to actually expose people to this too, so then I don't have to go back and teach them. Because people were giving me excuses, and I was like, well, why can't you jump on the call? I'm missing out on tucking my kids into bed. If you want this $5,000 income, you have to come to Perth. So so getting people into the system, and just getting really excited about what we could do. We actually achieved Millionaire Team in about 14 months, which was quite, like, for me, I didn't really blink. Every single thing I did with Herbalife, I did seriously. I tried every DMO I could possibly do. I helped as many people as I could without being pushy, and I helped all my friends do exactly the same. So the results that came out of it just gave this huge buzz around my life, around everything else, and that's what pushed me to do more and more and more. So I created a system of independent distributors, created a couple of Get Team lines. And when I sort of saw them earning $5,000-6,000 a month and me earning 10 to 15 grand a month, I was blown away. I was like, well, why can't I help more people? So I qualified through this. Qualifying for vacations was a gift to my family for, yes, there are going to be moments where you have to put aside things and maybe leave early from a basketball game or something like that, or have to make deals with your mother-in-law because they have to have the kids while you leave early for the STS. But those kind of things, the vacations was what actually sold my kids, like, let's do this, and we're doing this together, involving the whole family, because Herbalife is actually a family affair as far as I'm concerned. We all do Herbalife in this house. So that's actually where I kind of plateaued. That for me was, I had achieved everything. Well, that's not good. My battery's going flat. Power plug, turn it on. See, anyone can do this. So then I just basically put a plan in place that I maintained it. I was happy, and I was content. We went through some life challenges. We went through quite a few family things happened, but Herbalife was always there for me. I always attended the STS no matter what. I always attended the trainings no matter what, because do you know what? When people aren't feeling 100%, there'll always be someone in the room that can help pick them up. And then when you're not, it does the opposite attraction. So, so for me, 2020 was a huge decider point. My kids were a lot older, and I thought, hey, Millionaire Team is not really where I want to be at income-wise for the rest of my life. I'm going to actually step it up. So I started to create a plan in place, and got to absolute work. I was in my study 5-6 hours a day, just messaging people, re-inspiring people, and that's where I thought, well, hey, let's build a new division. Let's see who else I can help do this business too. I've always qualified for vacations. I've always qualified for promotions. That's what drives me, and that's what gets me really excited. Some of the main things in my life have been, I'm just trying to see. So shake parties for me was a major thing. That's Megs and Rue there. She's got another child now, Wes, and they live 3 hours from me. So, not 3 hours, 2 hours, sorry. So going to doing my own grand opening and helping other people, that's what's built my Millionaire Team business to date. That was helping my friends and my family, help their friends and family, and so on. I call it the pay it forward system, whatever you want to call it. I was doing 2 to 3 of them a week. I was helping as many people possible, not for my own benefit, for other people's benefits. And that's what got me to the shake party when my kids were being absolutely nightmares, was the fact that there might be someone here that's struggling like I was. There might be someone here that might need to put $100 extra into their bank. I financially was okay when I joined Herbalife. I find that okay is a cop-out for getting by. It's not okay. So that was my main things. Weight loss challenges, online and local, they were one of the other things that I mainly did. I loved them. I loved seeing people's faces. I loved helping people in the community. Obviously, what's got me so far, the non-stop support from my husband. Yes, I am a cow sometimes. I have moods. I have things that my team has put me through that at the other end, at my house end, my husband's copped. And you just have to, I put that photo there because I think he's tired, I'm tired, we're both tired, but we're pushing through because we have a vision and we have a goal for what we want in our family, and that's what keeps us on the same page. For us, he's had no doubt about the marketing plan or anything like that, or me, because he's always said to me that you do work a lot harder than other people, but to me, I have to be the hardest working because no one else is going to do it for me. And that's, at the end of the day, like, you're not going to get anything unless you do it yourself. My eyes were opened by Gary at a 5K event. Like, absolutely gorgeous soul. If you never met him, I was actually up on stage there, and I had just gone Get Team. It was, I don't actually know where that was. I think it was the Adelaide Spectacular. And he was explaining to me how many frontline supervisors I had, how many frontline world team I had, and how many people I had in my business. And I'd never looked. I'd never mapped it. So he sat down and he mapped it out for me, and we all sat in a group and we all discussed it. And I was like, man, if this person could find 5 more people and this person can help like this person, then boom. And obviously Jess Morgan is my upline coach. She's from Albany. Christy Walsh and Ellen was my sideline. We did a lot of travelling together. As you can see down here, this was a horrible cab that we were in at an event, but we made travelling fun. Sometimes it was missing our kids. Sometimes it was doing that. But Joe there up the top. This was a world team event that I probably was at my lowest. I didn't feel like going. I didn't feel like travelling. And Joe was there. She was my only world team member. I was just like, oh my goodness, I've got to go for her. And Joe just started her nutrition studio on Saturday. So, super proud of Joe. I get involved with communities all the time. Down here, I created little events to take people into the bigger events, to expose people softly, because I was one of those. And this is pretty much my life. As I said, I've had a millionaire team check for the last probably 8.5 years. I've been able to be that at-home mum. I've been able to be that support network for the kids, for the football, for the anything. We've been able to travel the world. We've been able to do so much through Herbalife. For me, it's not about me. It's about my kids seeing what I can actually do, and no limits. No limits, just give it a go. And you know what, sometimes when you say it's okay to other people and you're absolutely petrified, that's a normal feeling. I find bringing up kids, you're saying, it's okay, it's not, nothing to worry about, let's move through this. It's exactly the same with dealing with distributors and that. So, so these are some of our amazing lifestyle things that we can do, because I spent that 2 years actually creating, I'm not very good with the chats. So just creating that. And I think for me, it was the fact that I've been the basketball coach, the football mum, I've been those kind of people, and that's what I wanted to be as a mum, and Herbalife's been able to give that to me. So these are the vacations. I actually feel a little bit overwhelmed with the fact that like promoting the business now with the actual travel incentive is really hard, because my kids have had that many stamps on their passport that they have been to so many more places than most adults that we meet. Like we've been to like Bali, New Caledonia, like Hamilton Island, New Zealand, Vietnam. We've been to so many different places that has blown my mind. We've been snowboarding, we've been downhill riding with my son there. That's his passion. There's Robert and Christy. This was the funniest vacation ever, our first vacation. Eye-opener to Herbalife people do have lots and lots of fun. So, if you have not been on a Herbalife vacation, that's probably why I qualify every year. This, the Vietnam one obviously was my last vacation. I got to take my 80-year-old grandmother. At the time, it was a little bit of hard work because of her mobility and everything like that. But for me, it's probably the last time that she will get overseas. So to have those special moments with her just opened up my mind to, like, when you do stuff, when you offered the opportunity to do stuff, just do it. Just take the risk. Do what you can to do it. And, so I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of vacay snaps and everything like that, which is absolutely blows my mind. But how do I do Herbalife? So I find Herbalife really easy because I do it in my life. So whatever I do in my day-to-day life, I've got Herbalife on me. I consume it. We drink it. My kids have it after sports. My husband has it after his sports. It's something that becomes natural to me. So if it doesn't, flyers are good. Use Where Talk. And when I use Where Talk, it's not pushy. I just grab people's information and I message them later. That's where the conversation ends for me in public. Still to this point, I don't talk about people's goals on their first thing. I qualify them, and then I offer the opportunity for them to actually get results through the products, and then I offer what's on offer for them. I get really excited about anything that I do with Herbalife. It's as soon as someone brings up, I've had 2 messages this afternoon saying I'm serious. Let's do this again. So they're the kind of things that I get really excited about, and just helping. I get involved with everything. As I said, unfortunately, I'm the PNC president. Hand that in Tuesday. I've been that for 7 years at my kids' school, because my kids are at high school now. Very exciting. So getting involved with people exposes you to new people. I don't think this should be an actual training, but it is. And it's something that I say to people: if you don't know people, or if your friends and family aren't taking you seriously, go join a group, a knitting group. I'm not a knitter, by the way. I'm just saying, like, just different groups, community groups. Go for a walk, go do aqua, whatever you can possibly do just to get out there in front of people. Facebook and Instagram's obviously been a huge seller for me. I'm not a pusher. I have, if you actually follow me on Instagram, sometimes people actually ask me if I still do it. But I share results. I inspire people. People see me around all the time. Instead of being that kiss and drop mum, I'm the one that takes them into the school and that kind of stuff. Not now, but too busy for that. And then the final one is my nutrition studio, which is so exciting. This has been a huge thing and a game changer for me in 2020. This was something that I was exposed to of creating something that I could create in the community and something that we could do. But I basically used the free reinstatements to get people up and going, to keep them accountable. I built a huge community in Albany of like-minded people consuming the products, selling the products, inspiring people. Conversation starters is another thing that I started to actually talk again about Herbalife. Didn't think that people know what I'm talking about. Relationship building especially at the moment, is a lost art. Actually caring about people, checking in with people, seeing how they're going and what this pandemic is actually doing to them. Empowering distributors and everything. So in 2020, we went and saw a nutrition studio that I could possibly incorporate to my business as a daily method of operation to help me get exposure to new people, to help me to help me grow myself personally, get me out from behind the screen, because I find that sometimes when I spend too much time behind the screen, I become a little bit like numb. So this is what actually happened. I bought a house about 7 years ago and did nothing with it. So I renovated it and created a little house for myself. It took me about 6 months to start doing it because I was so scared. I was absolutely petrified. What I did was I put a plan in place to retail, to recruit and re-inspire and create the cash flow through my Herbalife business so I could actually renovate this. This was something that does cost a little bit of money, guys. So it is for me, something that you could adapt to your Herbalife business. It's not Herbalife, it's the way that you can do it. So I created that. Fortunate enough for me, Emma came back into my life. She was a prison officer, so she wanted to get out of her role, and she came and worked beside me. Thank goodness, every single day. She inspired me. It actually makes me a bit teary, but the actual day-to-day running was so overwhelming for me. The people that came in that needed our products, the people around that were looking for healthier options, it just blew my mind. I thought I would be doing 20 a day, and we sat at 200. It was absolutely blew my mind. Sometimes for me, you think, because you convince yourself what you do and how you do it is the right way to do it. But there's so many people out there that need our help. This is just some photos of us. This was actually on Saturday. I got a photo of the girls. I'm not fancy. Facebook and Instagram are not my DMO. I'm not pretty. This is how you snap it, is how you come. My whole business was built off tags. Literally people that came in and grabbed their shake, they shared it on their story. I gave them $1 off. And that's what blew my whole world apart. Emma was by my side for every single part of it, and we created this great positive place for people to come in. Up here is all of my distributors, my product lovers, that I was like, come try this stuff. Let's try this. So I lined them all up, tried all the shakes, tried all the teas, and they were blown away with what I actually had created. So in the last, just to sort of tell you guys what has actually happened, the day-to-day running of the nutrition studio, I work 8 till 2. I just inspire people to come in, try teas, try smoothies, all of that kind of stuff. They are all Herbalife products, proud of it. There's obviously no Herbalife displayed in there. But this is what I've actually been able to create over the 7 months of being open. So I've created 2 supervisors. One was a consumer that came into the club that turned into a product user. So I created her to make smoothies at home and everything like that. And through that, she's now working with me 2 days a week in the club, and she's a brand new supervisor. So I re-inspired Carly, who was a member, and now she's doing pretty much world team cuts. She works beside me 2 days a week. I find that working with someone helps me, and they build their business from home, and they come in and they get their attitude, everything like that. So for me, my biggest achievement and my saddest was Emma leaving me at the 6 month mark. She went off and created her own nutrition studio, which I'm super proud of, which is called Crave Albany. It's 7 kilometres from me, and she is absolutely cranking. She's created her own space. She's been able to leave the prison as a full-time. She has definitely replaced her income. I'm hoping so. I don't really check in with that, but she's doing the consumptions that is absolutely amazing. So she worked by my side for 6 months, and then she started a studio. So she knew what she was getting herself into. And I had another one open on Saturday, Joanne and Wayne Webb from Adelaide. This was probably my hardest challenge because I am a control freak, not being able to go over there and show her how to make a shake, how to do this. But you know what? I did that. Like, I did a couple of days in different clubs, but that was the best part. So since opening, I've reinstated hundreds and hundreds of clients, whether they're in your team or my team, I don't care. I've been able to show them how to make teas from home. Some of them are getting great results and coming back in. I know that I've got a couple of different lines and everything, new conversations, people join my business. I basically do between 10 to 20,000 volume points a month now. That's my growth area. So this is what my Herbalife house looks like. I focus completely on the flow. What my flow is, whether you're working from home, whether you're doing Fit Club, whether you're doing nutrition studios or anything, just stick to your flow no matter what. Events is key. These kind of events are absolutely amazing. Like, I got 4 new retail customers. I mean, these numbers aren't huge, guys, but every single part of Herbalife, the way you do Herbalife, filling your pipeline, doing everything like that is so key. Maintaining my clients, getting 4 new members, making sure that my VIPs are happy and ordering. I had Amy who went supervisor and Carly who went supervisor, my own consumption and the consumption through my studio. So that's how I have been able to maintain those kind of results. And to tell you the truth, these kids here, they're all in high school. Actually, Molly's not in high school yet. I don't think Xavier's too. But these guys are actually, Ben's 6 foot tall, which is quite scary. That's us on the same bridge, doing the same jump. So experiences I wouldn't change for the world. These experiences are open to you guys, and anything is possible. So anything that you take from the training, take it. If it doesn't work for you, no problem. It might work for someone else in your team later on. So any knowledge that you get, let it turn into action. And I hope you guys had a great call. That's about it from me. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you for the S&P for asking me to join. Hope I haven't gone over time. I think I have, but yeah.
Guys, I can see Erica's virtual clap. Come on. Give her a virtual clap. And now when you get a second, if you can make me host, my love. And guys, give her, now you're going to have to check the chat because everyone's going nuts. But thank you so much, sweetheart. Honestly, that was such an awesome combination of your heart and motivation and tips to take away. So thank you, Janelle. So everyone keep giving it up for Janelle. And when you get a sec, hun, I don't know if I'm host yet. Oh, I am. Thank you, honey. I am. So, yes, I do want my screen. Thank you. Awesome. Alrighty. Now, next section, guys, if you want to write it in your notes, turn the leaf, right? Turn the next page over, put down in your notes product training. So there are a lot of you who might be new or who have used the products before or who have been using it for ages. Or we also have a lot of people entering the nutrition studios and nutrition clubs that don't know necessarily the whole product range. So the person that's going to run us through this is a global expansion team member. Michelle is a mother of two, and when she first got going, she was literally completely exhausted. She'll tell you her story and you'll understand, but she really was exhausted. Her husband and her were passing tides. They were dealing with a whole bunch of things with their little ones. And honestly, the part that has been the most, and I'll try not to get teary because she knows I love her to bits. But the bit for me with Michelle and watching her journey has been watching their family, the time that they have. Like, the family unit that they've created, the love that they've created, the time that they have that they didn't have before has been the thing that I've loved to watch the most from her dedication and working hard in this business. So best person to pass this over to. So I'll let you take it away, my beautiful friend and Global Expansion team member, Michelle Sharp.
Hey guys, thanks Joe. Super excited to be on. Thank you Janelle for your awesome share. I love everybody on the call and I love watching these numbers rise up with everybody tuning in. So listen with just an open heart, and when you're listening to stories, just a good tip from me is if something doesn't make sense now, or maybe you feel like it's not relevant to you, please still write it down, because we are a pay it forward company, and if you think of anybody later who might relate to something you hear, you can always get back to them and share our stories with them, so feel free to do that. But I actually got started on the products and as a coach and entrepreneur in the team at the same time. So picture of me with much more boring skin on the far left, holding my little boy. That was before I started on the products and in the business. I was working 5 casual jobs and I had an online business as well, like a clothing line. And my husband had his own business and worked full-time in the coast. So the reason we were working those crazy extra jobs is because our youngest little boy, who can't hear me, I've sent him outside for this one, has some challenges. So he is autistic and he has some other learning difficulties, and the picture where I'm holding him, he was 18 months old and he actually stopped talking from the age of 18 months to 4 years and used to just punch me, bite me, headbutt me and scream nonstop from those ages, and it was a nightmare. And so I didn't trust anybody else to watch him during the day, and he wasn't in school yet. So that's why I was working so many different jobs. So I would literally start work at about 4 in the afternoon. I was working in hospitality, I was working in retail, I was in event management, as well as working in bars and fine dining. So like everything you can think of that's on at night, I was doing. So I'd work from 4 in the afternoon till sometimes 4 in the morning, 7 days a week, because with casual pay, you don't get holidays and sick pay and stuff like that. And then my husband would get up for work at 5 a.m. Monday to Friday, and the kids would wake up at 6. So I had no more hours to give anyone to take on another traditional job. And my health was on the decline. We were raw vegan for a few years before we found Herbalife, and I was losing handfuls of hair, dropped down to 42 kilos, and I just didn't know what to do. I was actually friends with someone online that I used to food blog with, and she told me about the incredible products, but for me at that time I wanted to know about income, and that's what she told me. She said, look, I found something that might interest you because you're a hard worker. So I went along, heard some amazing stories like you guys did just then, but it was amazing, and the product training like I'm going to go through, and I saw people getting incredible results, and I saw people changing their life with this income opportunity too. So I jumped on an ultimate or a fastest program. You can pick whatever you choose to, but that's what I went with for weight gain, and on purpose I've put on over 10 kilos, gone up just 1 clothes size just because I was so underweight before. Hair's thicker than it was before, made $1,000 as a coach in the first month by helping around 20 people get started for mainly energy, goals and fitness. 18 months later, retired my husband from his full-time job, we hit an amazing level that Jess is going to share at the end of the call on our payment plan, and that's our global expansion team. So that's where you're earning between $5,000 and $15,000 a month, helping people with health, fitness, and entrepreneurship. So, that's what we do now. Now we get way more time with the family. I quit my 5 jobs once I replaced those incomes, and I get to help people in my community with Pilates and fitness and all those types of things. But the best thing for me is exactly what Joanna shared, and it's now being able to be the kind of mum that I wanted to be, because now I've got the energy and the time. So, I'm going to share about the products, so much about the products tonight. But just know that you're on this call because you want something else. Maybe you want better health. Maybe you want more energy. Maybe you want to smash your sports performance. Maybe you see an opportunity in earning extra income. But please write down on your page what you're dissatisfied with right now that's made you jump on this call on a beautiful Sunday afternoon or night, so that you can leave after this call and actually put a plan of action in order so you can achieve it. All right, so I'm going to help you with the product side of things, but there's opportunities for everyone. Tonight, I'm going to talk about our products, what they do. I'm going to share why they're unique and why everybody needs them, because if you can eat food, you can have our products, and how to maximize, talking to more people and paying it forward. So just some disclaimers, and you're welcome to take a screenshot of this, but our products, they're just food in another form. So they're not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases. Always read the label. All the instructions are on there. Plus, you have someone mentoring and coaching you. Results are always not typical, right? We're all different. Individual results are going to vary. I'm not the same as you. You're not the same as me. We're all just here to work on being healthier and fitter, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you don't want to gain weight like I have. That's perfectly fine. These products work for everyone. And always, a balanced lifestyle is the key. So exercise, nutrition, and mindset. So, if right now you're looking at this screen, you're like, oh, I could work on making a healthy plate like that, or I really need to be more active. All of those things work in unison together. So yes, our products are incredible. That covers your 80% nutrition, but make healthy, mindful choices, work on your mental attitude too, and be active every single day, no matter what that looks like for you. So let's have some fun. So take a little screenshot, but we can help people with 3 main areas. So weight loss and reshaping is the top plan. Everyday nutrition, so maybe you're happy with your size and your weight and you just want that extra energy and vitality, then you'd probably go the middle plan. Or if you need to gain healthy weight like I did, you'd be using the bottom one. So the top one, weight loss, 2 smoothies a day, 2 healthy balanced protein snacks, 1 healthy meal, water, tea, aloe, and supplements that are in your program. Everyday nutrition, you'd be having 1 Herbalife smoothie a day, a couple of healthy protein snacks, 1 or 2 healthy meals a day, of course hydration, so water, tea, aloe, and supplements, and then weight gain. We get our smoothies as our dessert after our meal, or drink it with your meal. So you need to be still having healthy meals though, because you want to put on healthy mass. So take a picture of that. I'm going to go through some programs. So this one sometimes we nickname as the FAST program or Quick Start. So in that one, you get a canister of smoothie mix, you get our active fiber complex, multivitamin, NRG, and cellulose. Okay, so really great starting pack. I'll go through what each of those supplements do on a couple of slides later on. And then we've got our faster pack. So if you want faster results, chat to who invited you on, or look if you've got your own VIP account for the advanced, which is our faster program. It makes your results a little bit faster than the one on the last screen because you've got our instant herbal beverage in that pack too, which really does speed up results. I go through copious amounts of tea every month. I love it. And then this is the one I started on, so the fastest program, the ultimate. So this one is quicker than the one on the last page because you've also got our aloe concentrate in this one and the probiotic. All of them are fantastic. Start with wherever your budget's at. And if you're already on a program, what could you add in to make even better health results for yourself and better energy? So here's our Formula One nutritional smoothie mix. in Australia and New Zealand, it does come in 5 different flavours. So this one here is just incredible. It's low GI, healthy meal, high quality soy protein. It really makes you feel nice and full. This one by itself contains 9 grams of soy protein per serve. Low GI, like I mentioned, and just delicious, super, super yummy. So here's the 5 flavours I spoke about in the traditional Formula One shake mix. So I call the traditional one this one because it's in the white canister if you're looking at them. So vanilla, berry, mint chocolate, cookies and cream. I love them all. A top tip is you could do 1 scoop of vanilla and mix that another scoop with berry, mint, chocolate or cookies. So you can do half and half mixes, but generally when you're making one, it's going to be 28 grams of your nutrition mix per serve. So you might want to weigh that. Or what I do is 2 tablespoons. Sometimes in your canister you have a scoop, sometimes you don't, it doesn't matter. And 300 mils of liquid. I prefer to use all water, or I do 100 mils of soy milk, rice milk, oat milk, or almond milk, and 200 of water. You can always add a little bit of mixed fruit in there, or frozen fruit if you wish, but just be aware that if you're using this to lose weight, you want to track the calories so you can keep it low calorie. Awesome. So this is another meal replacement. This one is actually one of my very favourites. So it's a pea, quinoa and rice protein. So it's a very mild, kind of subtle honey flavour. It's really amazing for everybody. Anyone can use this one. But it's fantastic for people that have gluten intolerance because this one is certified gluten-free. And you mix it the same way as what I explained on the other screen. But obviously, you know, if you're trying to avoid gluten and it's also soy and nut-free and you're avoiding those food groups, then you would mix this one with, you could do all water, or you could do a coconut milk with that. You can chat to your coach and they can help you, but it's still a completely balanced meal. Alrighty, so this is the star of the show. So let's just say at the moment you're on the smoothie mix and you're loving that. I recommend 100% add in our multivitamin. So this combined with the smoothie mix is what makes what we call cellular nutrition, which is the foundation to our range. And it really gives you the best results when you add this in if you're not using it already. So our multivitamin is incredible. It tells you on the screen all the vitamins that are in there. There's vitamin A, lots of the B's, C, D, E, folic acid, a word I can't say, iodine, a couple more words, and zinc. I just know that I feel amazing using this. I used to buy a lot of over-the-counter things from supermarkets and chemists and wish that they worked. But with all of these products, hand on my heart, I feel them working because I feel better than I ever have, and I use them all. So I take one tablet 3 times a day. You could always just take it morning and night. But if you want to write this down, if our supplements come in a pack and you get 90 in there, that tells you take 1 3 times a day. If there's 60 in there, you want to take 1 in the morning and 1 at lunch. And if there's 30 in there, just take 1 in the morning. That's how I remember. And maybe you want to write with like a Sharpie pen on your lid the instructions on how to use each one. Go for it. But we've got our all the things that are in the fastest pack are on the screen. I'm going to go through them. So the aloe, I've already spoken about the shake, but the aloe concentrate. So this one, when you open it, put it in the fridge because it does have live amazing enzymes in it. So I do 2 capfuls, so 2 of the lid in my first glass of water for the day if you want that canister to last a month. Now, you'll just get obsessed with this like I do. I love all the flavors and I drink it like way more than once a day because you can have more of our products if you want to. They'll just run out faster and you'll get a better result. But it comes in grape, which is sweet, mango, mandarin, and then the original is lemon. So that's not a sweet flavor. I love mixing it with the tea and all of the energy products we've got in the sports range. The probiotic, I take 1 in the morning. It's jam-packed with probiotic organisms that actually work. Like this one, you don't need to keep it in the fridge. It's activated when you like you take it. I don't know the word, I've forgotten. You take one a day. Cellulose helps with the elimination of water. So, you know, the word gives you a clue there, cellulose. So it promotes healthy activity of the urinary tract as well, and supports fluid balance. So I take 1 to 3 times a day. I love it. Multivitamin I already bragged about for you. The active fiber complex. So this has 2 types of fiber in it, soluble and insoluble. So I have a lot of clients ring me after they've ordered this one and they're like, help, it's gritty in my tea when I mix it in my tea. That's because there's 2 types of fiber, soluble and insoluble, which most Westerners don't get a good mix of. So really important to have this product. Top tip is I add 1 scoop of active fiber to my morning shake. So I'll do 2 scoops of one of the vanilla ranges of shake we have, 1 scoop of fiber. I'll add a teaspoon of our cinnamon tea to that, 250 mils of water, and about half a cup of ice. Blend it up, and it is a yummy apple pie, beautiful smoothie to start my day. So there's ways that you can add that to your smoothie mix. If you're going to add it to your big bottle of tea, if you make your tea iced, before you drink it, just give it a shake each time, and then it won't separate. But amazing. So you've got to have that one every single day. The instant herbal beverages, those 3 that are pictured, give you energy and they count towards your water intake. So original is lemon, and then peach is sweet, and cinnamon is also sweet. And the NRG I'm in love with. I take 1 in the morning and 1 at lunch. It gives you a natural energy lift. And for people like me that are super hypo, it actually helps me concentrate and calms me down a little bit, just like it does for my son. And then everybody else seems to give them energy. So I love all the products. So we also have a little introduction pack. That's a trial pack. In that one there, you just get 6 serves of the vanilla smoothie mix, 3 serves of the original tea, and it comes in a little pencil case, which is super handy as well. Getting puffed. Okay, smoothies. So we've got loads of things you can make. I'm sure you're on social media somewhere, and hopefully you've been exposed to lots and lots of recipes. Herbalife Nutrition has an amazing Instagram account as well. So there's endless recipes. I've been making my mixes for over 9 years, and I'm not bored. And I had pancakes for breakfast. I had my smoothie after we went paddleboarding today. They're delicious, and you can create new things all the time. And there's so many different snack ideas as well. You can make beautiful protein balls, you can make overnight oats, you can make anything that you can imagine in a healthier way. So I just love experimenting in the kitchen. So this one I definitely take a photo of if you don't have a copy already. This is our targeted nutrition range. So like I said, I use all the products we have every day, so I use everything on the screen now, but I only started off on a set program, which is the ultimate, and then as I helped more people get started on their results and I made some extra profit, then I added in new products to what I personally consumed every day. So through helping other people, I was able to fund my own product use, which is pretty awesome, and make a profit. So, you know, maybe you want to write a little shopping list from this, but Lift Off, these are our beautiful effervescent powders that you add to a cup of cold water, and they're only 10 calories per serve, but I love making loaded tea with the Lift Off. So I'll make a big bottle of our peach tea up, and then I'll put a sachet of our orange and lime Lift Off, a little bit of our mandarin aloe, and there's a beautiful loaded tea that I can drink on the run. I also like having that in my handbag so that if I'm on a drive and I start to get really fatigued, I'll pull over, I'll pop that in my drink bottle. It'll perk me up really fast, and then I'm safe to keep driving. The chitosan there, I take 1 to 3 times a day, but it's got 2.7 grams of dietary fiber. Also, a little tip is to have a couple of those just before you go out for some kind of celebration meal that you wouldn't normally eat. And for me, it keeps my tummy nice and calm from eating things I don't usually eat. Herbal Lifeline, we've got that back in stock, so that's very exciting. So omega-3 fatty acids, it's just incredible. It doesn't have a weird fishy taste after. I've had other fish oils before and they kind of repeated on me for a fair while. This one is amazing. I will never go back to any other brands ever again. We really have something for everyone. Extra calcium, so a concentrated source of calcium. It helps with healthy bones, vitamin D as well. In winter, I have double the normal amount of the extra calcium because I know I'm not in the sun as much and I can feel my mood sometimes go down, so this really helps. Joint support has glucosamine, helps with repairing cartilage, and manganese for good health, and selenium. I'm getting good at saying these words. And Rose Guard there is a cascading antioxidant, really amazing for our immune system, which is super important all the time. And then we've got our calming complex. This is probably my favorite product of all at the moment. So it's got chamomile in it, helps relieve stress and mild anxiety. I train and exercise a lot, and this helps with my muscles not hurting so much after I've done more than I would normally do. But also I take 2 of these with a cup of our relaxation tea that I'll talk about soon, probably an hour before I go to bed, and I have a much more restful sleep when I do that. Protein bars, these are the most delicious protein bars you could ever have. We've got choc almond, choc citrus, and choc peanut. And then our personalized protein powder. So I add that to every smoothie that I make. It really is amazing because it doesn't change the taste or texture of my smoothies, and it makes me feel fuller for longer. So my tip with all of these, guys, if you've got other things in your pantry or your medicine cabinet that are just over the counter, like vitamins, when they run out, figure out what the equivalent is. And when I say equivalent, I say that lightly. Figure out what we have that's better and order our brand, because you know this is all meant to work in your body together and you're going to feel it different. So definitely don't be buying over-the-counter things. You can get most things from us, which is so much better. Okie dokie, this is our brand new product. So if you want something savoury, most people, and we now have this protein tomato soup with basil, which is a snack. So I absolutely love it. In this box, you get a foil bag with the powder so you can free scoop it, and all you need is a cup of boiling water and you've got a beautiful protein tasty soup. And I love cooking with this as well. So 7 grams of protein per serve, and it is so tasty. So just get your hands on this. I do 2.5 tablespoons to about 300 mils of hot water, and it's so yummy to have. Perfect. And our relaxation tea. So this is peppermint flavour, and this has changed my life. It contains no caffeine. I love our tea, but the normal instant herbal beverage, I stop that at around 2 or 3 p.m. And then I change over to the relaxation tea from about cooking dinner time, about 5 p.m. onwards. It is delicious and it really is helping me unwind. So do yourself a favour, get your hands on this. It also tastes delicious iced because it's so hot here in Perth. I've been drinking it iced at night as well. So half a teaspoon to a cup of water. Okie dokie. So earlier I shared our F1 Select, which is pea, quinoa and rice. So this is a booster that you can add to your smoothies to boost the protein content, or you can drink it as is, just with water and ice as a snack. So we've got 2 flavours. We've got coffee caramel, and it actually has no caffeine in it. So my kids love that. And there's also the banana flavour. Very delicious. Pea, quinoa and flaxseed, suitable for vegans. 20 grams of protein per serve. And 6 grams of fibre. So it is delicious. Like I said, you could do 2 scoops with water and ice and blend it as a snack, or you can add it to your smoothies, and it's going to boost the protein, the flavour, and the fibre. That's the word I needed. Okie dokie. So who gets tired at 3 p.m? Sometimes me. Why would you like to know about our amazing protein coffee? I love iced coffees, and this is a game changer. So we've got 2 flavors, mocha and latte. Really incredible. I love making this hot or cold. In winter, I was smashing these hot, and they're incredible. You could have this by itself with water and ice as a snack, and you can also add it to your meal replacement Herbalife shakes to boost the protein and to boost the flavor and the caffeine. So I think there's a little video coming up after this. There we go.
For all you multitasking moms and all you dreamers with a deadline, to capturing the best moments of your life. When you're looking for a boost throughout your day, there's a healthy alternative to the caffeinated beverages loaded with sugar, fat, and calories. With 15 grams of protein, 2 grams of sugar, and only 100 calories, you can maximize the benefits of 80 milligrams of caffeine from real coffee, 100% guilt-free. Try the house blend if you want to satisfy that classic coffee craving. Or indulge in the mocha flavor, a delicious chocolate snack. You see, this isn't your typical coffee house beverage. High-protein iced coffee, the protein-packed way to boost your energy throughout your day.
Beautiful. So I don't know if you're guilty of getting normal iced coffees before. I used to. A normal iced coffee can have, 17 grams of sugar in 1 cup, and 40 milligrams of caffeine, and 182 plus calories, because if you get any toppings on top or other syrups, it'll blow it out the water. So our high protein iced coffee has 15 grams of protein, 0.5 grams of sugar, 80 milligrams of caffeine, and only 80 calories, and I absolutely love it. Beautiful. We've got our Herbalife Complete Sports Nutrition program too. So even if you go walking, you're an athlete. If you're a busy mum and you're chasing after kids, you are too. If you do gardening, it doesn't matter. Active people need extra active, amazing nutrition, and we have it covered for everyone. So take a screenshot. It tells you how to use each of these, and we're going to go into it as well. Okay, so take a photo of this one. The one in the corner, the Formula One Sports Shake Mix, this is a meal replacement as well. So you'll see some of us have this as our breakfast smoothie. You can, okay? It's super delicious, a creamy vanilla flavour. It just dissolves beautifully. I absolutely love it. And if you pre-make this one, it gets quite thick as well. So when I take this one to the gym, I keep my powder separate and my ice water separate so I can mix them together. All right. Now we've got the CR7 Drive. This one is great for pre and during workouts. And I absolutely love it. It's got electrolytes, sodium, magnesium, helps with hydration. It's got glucose in it, and no artificial flavors or sweeteners. It's a acacia berry flavor. The Hydrate, you get little sachets in that box. And I have 1 sachet a day in my first litre of water. If I'm training in the morning, which is most days, I'll do 1 sachet of Hydrate in my 1.5 litre bottle, and I'll do 2 to 3 scoops of the CR7, shake it up, and I'll drink that before my workout and during. And then after my workout, I'll have the Rebuild Strength. So that one is post-workout. And also on another sports nutrition training we were told that you can have Rebuild as a snack as well. So sometimes I'm too busy to chop up a snack, and I'll just do 1.5 to 2 scoops of Rebuild with 300 mils of water and ice, slam that down, and it is amazing. But it helps with repairing muscles as well, and it is the best chocolate flavor of your life. We have a complete skin nutrition range. I'm going to go through the packs for you. So this is how you use our skincare. It's all numbered 1 to 5. You start at number 1, okay? Don't work backwards from 5 like I did for a while. Take a photo of this so you know exactly how to use it all, and it's all labelled very clearly for you too. And this is the men's regime, or people that don't like to use a lot of skincare. I started on the men regime. So here is our amazing SPF 30 moisturizer. This is incredible. I can't explain how amazing it is. It goes on so light. Ladies that wear makeup, you can put this on first and then put your makeup on top. and it works beautifully, and vitamin B3, antioxidants, C and E, and aloe vera. And then we've got our shampoo and conditioner as well. So with the skincare range, guys, there's a fast program, faster and faster. So there's 3 different packs. So just make sure you look through at them all. There we go. So that's a picture of all of the goodies. I recommend getting them all, or if you're going to start somewhere, then start on whichever pack suits your budget and the goals that you have for your skincare regime. But trust me, use it all. It's incredible. All right, shampoo and conditioner. A lot of us use a lot of money on hairdresser shampoo and conditioner. Those days are now gone because you're going to get your hands on this. This is for all hair types. So you can have shampoo and conditioner that the whole family can use, including babies, kids, adults that dye their hair, people that don't. It works for everyone. No added parabens, colorants and sulfates. It's beautiful. And then we've got a complete bathroom care regime too. We've got our body wash, which is amazing, and the aloe lotion and gel. So aloe lotion and gel, they don't sting after you've been in the sun as well, and that is amazing. So all of our products, including the skincare, you only need a very small amount. It goes a long way because it's concentrated, but they're all made with whole leaf aloe, really beautiful. Trust me, you're going to love them. Beautiful. And then we've got these amazing vitamin masks. So these are gorgeous, super popular, and there's a brightening one. My tip when I use a mask in the packet, there'll be a lot of moisture left over from the mask. So just use that everywhere when you use your mask. Don't waste it. And our collagen drink. So this one, you could add to your shakes. You could make beautiful drinks out of them. The collagen drink tastes incredible. I just absolutely love it.
Did you know the human body's collagen accounts for 25 to 30% of total protein, of which about 75% is skin collagen? Hi, I'm Laura Chacon-Garbado, Director of Adult Nutrition Product Training at Herbalife North America, and I'm here to remind you of all the wonderful benefits Herbalife Skin Collagen Beauty Booster has for your skin. This fabulous product is especially formulated with Verisol collagen, which has been tested to show support of skin elasticity and wrinkle reduction within 4 to 8 weeks. It contains antioxidants, vitamin A as beta-carotene, C and E, which help prevent harmful free radical cell damage that ages your skin. And this formula supports strong nails and healthy hair with selenium, zinc, and biotin. And I know that many of you had asked about a product that helps with cellulite. Well, I will let you in on a secret. Bioactive collagen peptides in this formula can also reduce the signs of cellulite. It's super simple to use. Mix with water or add to your favorite Formula One shake, tea, or aloe. Perfect for consumption once per day. So let the best of you shine through. For more great resources on how to introduce Herbalife Skin to your clients, visit myherbalife.com.
Beautiful. So thanks for having me on. I hope you've got a little list of things you're going to add into your regime to get even healthier and fitter. And I can't wait to hear your results. Thanks for having me, Jo.
Woohoo! Guys, give it up for Michelle on the chat. She crushed it. It is a tough gig to go through all the amazing products, and she did absolutely incredible. So thank you so much, Michelle. And I am just going to give the hosting role to our next guest speaker. But while they are doing that, I am going to introduce this beauty. So, by the way, shake it off, people. Shake it off. And the next page, pop in your notes, marketing plan or payment plan, so you're going to understand how you actually can, earn a profit and create an income with your Herbalife businesses, okay? And the person that's going to do this has been like a sister, do you know what I mean, in the Herbalife world. We've grown up together, and I've watched her go from, just a funny memory, us traveling together and Gab getting upset with her buying a couple of outfits for $150, Gab, I don't know if you know that, I know that. Cut to now, where they've got such an enormous business, and, I know they've been averaging over $100,000 a month in their income, and life has changed. You know what I mean? Life has changed. And the one thing I want to say about Jess Morgan is that she's super fun. So she's really like living her life. Do you know what I mean? She's living the lifestyle that I guess most people and that she herself dreamed of. But for me, it's that she's such a strong woman. Strong but kind, but such a strong person to be in the position that she is today. And she was just as strong before, guys, just so you know. But she's also in some key leadership roles that she really just looks out for the rest of the distributors. So not only does she obviously work her business and help her team members, but she's actually a part of what we call the Strategy and Planning Committee here in Australia and also in APAC, the Asia region. So she really, really, really gives so much more back to Herbie than I guess what she feels comes to her. But I would love to introduce 15K President's team member, Jessica Morgan.
Thank you, Jo. Can you hear me? All good?
You're good, babe.
Thank you so much for that introduction. It's actually really hot here, and the air conditioner broke in our lounge room where the Wi-Fi is the best. So if you see me just doing a bit of this, I'm not perimenopausal just yet. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Jo, thank you for that introduction. You and Michelle, I remember doing little meetings in that house I was renting. We were renting with maybe a 2 and a 5-year-old, and just to see you both blossom through the marketing plan, like global expansion team, president's team, and no doubt going further and further up as everyone is going to do. So, it's an exciting time. I really want to just thank Janelle for her heart today. She's a hard worker. She's an intense, serious person in one way. She's like, when she sees something that she wants, she goes for it and she understands it, but to share, and I'm exactly like Janelle, like coming to the STSs, that kind of softened me, like the stories of Herbalife. Like I understood the marketing plan, but the stories, the people, like caring about other people, even like hugging other people. When I started, I was a bit dead inside, I'll be honest. So I was not very good at like the love stuff. And I've really softened over the years and learned to think about other people, because when you get involved in a company like this, and the mission that we have and the whole story with our founder, Mark and Jim, and what Michelle just showed there with the products, like we really do change people's lives. I know it sounds really corny. When I was 20 years old and I went to my first STS, I was like, yeah, that sounds really corny, like American jargon from some brochure. But then people came on the stage and they're like crying, and people were hugging their sponsor into the tears. So there's a day you get into Herbalife, and there's a day that Herbalife gets into you, and it might be your first day on the products, it might be a few weeks in, it might be a few months in, but stick around until that unlocks in you, because that's when you don't care anymore about your button. You're not scared to put it on. You're going to post your result on Facebook. It's because the why is big enough. You'll figure out the how you're going to build your business if you feel strongly enough about Herbalife, the products, the opportunity, and also strongly about your goals, where you want to see yourself in 2, 5, 10 years. If that's stronger than your fear, then there's no limits to where you can go. So being on these calls, hearing all these stories, Janelle, again, thank you for your heart, because that's what gets people. It's not the brochure, not the facts, it's the emotion. This business runs on emotion, supported by facts, but it runs on emotion. So collect the stories, be on every call. Congrats for being on this call and then staying on for this call. And there'll be another one at the start of March, the kickoff, and then there'll be another STS towards the end of March. So Jo will go through that with you. So guys, super quick, my result, lost 7 kilos in 8 weeks on the Ultimate Program, energy through the roof on day 3. I've used the products through 2 pregnancies just for nutrition, and afterwards breastfeeding, during breastfeeding and losing the baby weight. And then I've used the products now, coming up in August, 20 years, and I'm going to be 40 in July, so it'll be half my life that I've been on Herbalife. I can't believe that I've grown up in this company with so many of you guys that are on the call today. So guys, it's about, for me, it might be a silly thing, but my big emotional attachment to Herbalife is this: a lot of women worry about their weight all the time. They don't have a very good body image, or they're like a bad relationship mentally with food and stuff like that. They punish themselves, there's guilt, all that stuff. We don't have that in Herbalife because we have a solution. We know exactly what to do and it works every single time. So my result really is about 20 years of not having to worry. Like, I don't have to work out the gym 5 times a week. When I go out for lunch with my girlfriends, I don't stress out when I'm looking at the menu. I'm not even thinking about calories. I just order what I feel like eating because I can just have 2 shakes tomorrow. If I go on holiday for a week, I can just put on 2 or 3 kilos if I want to, and then the next week I just smash out 2 shakes and heaps of aloe and tea, and by like Wednesday or Thursday I've usually lost a couple of kilos. It's so in my control, and that gives me not anxiety. I feel like, oh cool, I can enjoy life. So that's my emotional attachment to these products, and if I couldn't make $1 ever again, I swear I would be using this stuff forever, and I would still be trying to tell everyone about it. That's how you've got to feel about it. So use the products like your life depends on it, because it does, and use them enough until you get an emotional result like that. All right, my husband Gav lost 10 kilos. He's looking amazing, and he can tell you his story some other time. All right, this is me back in the early days. My first event in Vegas. I went on my own. I cried. I was jet lagged. Economy seating. It was awful. On the right, that's Gav and I at our first event together in Singapore. So these were the early events that showed me the big picture, like all the countries. I didn't realize how big Herbalife was, all the doctors. It gave me confidence in the company, and I really learned that the mission and all that from our, the people that have been around 30 years and now 41, 42 years. So get to a big event is really the key there. Like whenever we have one, I'm not going to, every time I put out a date, it doesn't happen. So, but, as soon as we can get on a plane and meet nationally or even internationally, just make it a goal, guys. Start putting some money away now, retailing your way there. And this is just showing our amazing, beautiful team, how it's grown over the years. We went to the GET team in 3 years. So first year, world team, making a couple of $1,000 a month. My background is I used to work in a financial planning agency. I dropped out of school after year 10, got a job, so I don't have any. I've gone to Herbalife University. That's me. I was in a job, started Herbalife, a little flyer in the letterbox. That's how I got going. Had no idea about Herbalife, didn't know what it was, had never used supplements, so we had no idea. We just literally plugged in to what, like you guys are, and just followed the step-by-step system, and we learned as we went. All right, so just follow the people that are ahead of you, up one. So that was how we got started. $2,000 our income was in our first year. Our third year, we hit the global expansion team where we were making $5,000 to $7,000 a month. And then we kind of got stuck for a few years. We had some life challenges, and then we got our stuff together again, and we went really hard in 2011 and 12, and we hit the president's team level in 2013. And it's one of the best things other than having a baby and getting married, basically. I won't put them in any priority, but honestly, that moment on stage with Gary pinning us, it was just like I was getting an Oscar in my little world. So it's just amazing, this company. You can go as far as you want to go. You can just do a little bit if you want, and you can also take everything. It's totally up to you. It's like a smorgasbord. You just take what you like and you leave the rest. But my job today is to show you what's possible. It's not about check out how good we are, look at all these photos. It's just to show you, like to inspire you and to let you know, because someone once did that for us. We were sent a VCR tape actually to watch, and I saw pictures of people around the world playing golf, which my husband regularly does now, in front of the Eiffel Tower. I saw these photos and I thought, yeah, I want that. And that's why I've got Lifestyle You Want on my Insta, because it's about lifestyle for me. It's about having the time, like the girls have said, with our kids every single day. Like for 9 years now, since our kids were like 7 and 4 or something, we've both been full-time. I replaced Gav's income in 2013. The month that I hit 7, he said make 10 grand 3 months in a row and I'll quit. And it was like 10, 12, 14, 16. It was jumping like that each month. And then it went to 17,000, and he finally quit his job because I needed help. I had 2 kids and the business was going nuts. So I don't know where you're at, but this is actually a business where a whole family can do it together and travel the world. The only reason that we're not traveling now, not just because of COVID, is because the kids' school. We have to wait pretty cool. And this is just a couple of pictures. Went to the UK and did 7 months in 2019, 7 months in Europe. So lucky to get that in before everything happened. So I'm just flipping through super quick. So I guess, for us it's about lifestyle, it's about time with our kids, being able to travel, do the business like from anywhere, with anyone, however we want. I just don't like authority. I've never really liked having a boss. Gab will tell you that. And I just like the freedom that we can. You guys today, you heard from Nell, like you can go on to a training and turn your business on a dime. You can literally make that decision and implement it straight away. It's not like that in a job. You have people to deal with and committees and stuff. So I love the freedom of Herbalife. So that's my little story. Let me just drink before I pass out from the heat. Alrighty. Who wants to know all about the money? Put the dollars in the chat. I can't see the chat, but it was going off earlier. So this is the nuts and bolts of our marketing plan. Basically, let me just move this so I can see what I'm looking at. Basically, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. Do I want to make a little bit of money or a lot of money? Pretty simple. Do you want to make it sooner or do you want to make it later? 1 second. Mute. Okay, I'll keep that open in case someone else accidentally unmutes themselves. So yeah, that is really important, and you need to talk to your coach, your upline, about that. Like, what are your goals? Okay, so quickly, what are 5 things that you want to have, do, become, and give? We were asked to write 20 goals when I was 20, and I had no idea how to write goals, but they said, just easy, just break it up into 5 things you want to have, 5 things you want to do, 5 things you want to become, and 5 things you like to give. So it's not all like TVs and Range Rovers. It's, thinking about the impact you can make, because it's not always about material things that get people going. Look at Janelle with her grandma. What a beautiful story. I've been able to buy my parents a house. They don't pay rent anymore. I supply them with Herbalife. I pay their insurance, and just doing things to other people and other members of the family, bringing them along to events, and they babysat, and then we went on a trip. So what kind of things could you do? What fun could you have? Think about what's possible. Like, if you won on a radio station competition, 5 tickets around the world, who would you give them to? Like, who would you want to have with you? That's kind of how I feel about us getting to the president's team and having that $40,000 a month plus income. It's fun coupons. I got that from my upline, Bob and Christy Walsh. They're fun coupons. That's what money is. It just gives you choices. So who do you want with you around the world? Traveling and having fun. So I would start with that. Like play that kind of what if game. Have some sort of idea of what you want, like where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Do you want to be doing the same thing as you're doing now? If it is, great. If you just want this as a part-time gig, totally fine with that. And you've got to let your coach know so that they don't move too fast for you. All right, so this is the basic marketing plan. I'm just going to show you now. So let me just flip back actually. So see Supervisor, that is the immediate goal if you're brand new. If you want to make money sooner, you've got to get there straight away. You don't want to be making like half the profit for the same work. You want to make the most amount of profit you possibly can, especially if you're working part-time, because time is valuable, right? Plus also what you do, your people will do. So it's really good to have a plan to get to Supervisor. Like, you can take a whole year to get there, but why not do it in 1, 2 or 3 months? It's a better story, right? Not saying, we've got lots of customers, by the way, that accumulate their way to Supervisor, and that's because they're still losing weight, and they bring people along the journey with them. That's really beautiful to watch too. But you need to know that you can go fast and you can go slow, up to you. So getting to Supervisor, it's 4,000 points. There's actually a way you can do it with your team, like sort of sharing volume. You can do it over several months, and also you can do it by just like straight away yourself, like getting customers, personally purchase points, but you can use downline points. So you need to, as a bit of homework, get back to your coach and look at the Supervisor qualification and have a look at your goals. Write your goals out. Okay, so guys, I've actually got something special I'm going to show you in a minute. I hope it works. It's actually called the napkin presentation. All right, so the napkin presentation, what that means is, and the leaders on the call will know, that is really a simple way of writing out on anything, a napkin, a coaster, whatever, the Herbalife opportunity, like the money, because there's 5 areas of income, and I personally believe it's very unique. I don't know if you guys have seen this sort of thing before, but I certainly hadn't. I was like, wow. So to me, it was like, we have to show people this, you know? It's like, how long has this been going on for? How long has this thing been around? It's the best kept secret. You know, I got really excited when I first watched the marketing plan video. I actually didn't fully get it, so I watched it a second time because they told me to keep watching it until I got it. And then Gavin, who got it straight away because he understands numbers, then after I watched it twice, then he explained, like, filled in the gaps for me. So guys, please write down, there's no silly questions. You need to understand the marketing plan if you are going to do this as a business. So until you do, just keep practicing it. Like, write it out. I'm going to show you in a second our napkin presentation. I've done it in 7 minutes, and I actually am talking quite fast. I always thought that the goal was to do it in under 5, but I tried 3 times and I could not do it in 5 minutes. So I'm going to play it for you, but basically it shows what's on the screen here. I'm going to draw that out. And I've actually uploaded the video to Google Drive, so that I've actually got a shareable link so that after the call we can actually pop that in the comments or whatever, and people can watch it again, pause it. This is part of your business, is actually knowing how to tell your product result, packaging up your income story to tell people, and then this is a skill. You know, look at the tool belt of skills. You know, this is one of the skills you're going to have to learn. There aren't many skills in Herbalife. There's like a handful of skills, but this one is necessary. So, enjoy my napkin presentation, and I'll be back at the end. Hang on. All right. So, Joe, can you give me like a thumbs up if you can hear it when I press play? And sorry, the first 30 seconds of the video, there was someone in my family making a bit of noise, but after that, it goes away. Work from home moment.
Okay, Mary, I'm going to show you how the money is made in Herbalife. Okay, when you get started, everyone gets an ID number with their member pack, and that tracks your business all the way around the world, 90 plus countries. I'm also going to be talking about volume points, which is just our Herbalife currency, because we're in so many different countries. One can of shake, for example, is the same amount of points value as it is in, say, America or India or wherever. Okay, so when you get started as a Herbalife member, you're going to get an automatic 25% discount off the products, which means if you order $100 worth, you're going to get 25% discount, so you're getting it for $75. If you sell $100 worth, you're going to make $25 profit because you bought it, at 75, you sold it for 100. Okay, there's no minimum monthly order. There's no qualification of points to get to 25. That's just the automatic discount that you get. Okay, so that is our first area of income, is retail profit. You can put cash in your pocket every single day retailing these products to customers. Okay, the second area of income starts when you reach the senior consultant level. So obviously, consultant is a bigger discount. How you achieve that is you achieve 500 points either in one order, or you can accumulate it over 1 month, which is really cool. And you're going to get a 35% discount off the products, which means you're going to make $35 profit instead of $25 profit for the same work. But the really cool thing is you're now going to start making wholesale profit of 10%. So you're going to make an extra $10 on top of what you're already earning every single time you help one of your members use the products or retail the products. So that's your area. Second area of income is wholesale profit. So in Herbalife, our retail is anywhere from 25 to 50%, and our wholesale is 8 to 25, and you'll see that as we go up. So the next area is our success builder or qualified producer level. Success builder is a one-time order of 1,000 volume points, right? It's about 6 ultimate packs, and you're going to make $1,000 profit when you retail those 6 packs. And of course, every single order you're going to be making $42 now from that $100 sale. So you've got really great profit. It's actually the most profit for the least investment. Plus, you're going to be making 8 or 17% wholesale from the sales of your downline distributors. So that's really, really cool. To make this a permanent position, this one here is permanent, by the way, when you achieve it. This one here is not permanent until you actually hit We call it qualified producer is 2,500 points in 1 to 3 months, which is actually really super simple. And you can just do that by retailing a 1,000-point order. Like I said, you make $1,000 profit. I would just reinvest that, reorder it, and then another 100, 500 points, and then you're there. All right, and you got that permanent 42% discount and 7 to 17% wholesale. How cool is that? I think I said 8 before. Sorry, 7 to 17%. All right, now the best position, of course, is supervisor. The goal for everyone is to get to the top discount provided by Herbalife. You're making $50 now for every single $100 sale. So you get the most profit. And to achieve supervisor, you just do 4,000 points in 1 to 12 months. Obviously, if you want to get going faster, you do it your first month. If you're happy to accumulate your way there and take 3, 6, 9 months, you can do that. But obviously, the faster you get there, the better, because you're going to be making more money for the time and effort you put in. So what's really cool about supervisor is you now have access to the third area of income, which is royalties. All right, royalties are paid by the company. It's basically a commission. It's 5% of the full retail price of your downline supervisors, what they turn over each month. So over here, let's show your supervisors. All right, so who are your supervisors? Well, your supervisors are your members who decide that they want to become a supervisor as well. Like, they've seen that you're getting the biggest discount, they've seen how much profit you're making, and they want to be a supervisor. So you help them get to supervisor, okay? And now they're at the same discount level as you, so there's no more wholesale profit. There's no difference between your discount and theirs. So the company pays you a 5% royalty 3 levels deep. How cool is that? So let's say this is your friend Bob, all right? And then Bob's got a friend, his name's Jeff, all right? And Jeff's got a friend called, I don't know, Molly. All right? And so what happens is you may not even know Jeff or Molly, but Bob starts to duplicate what you've done with him, and you actually will get 5%. So let's just give you an example, $10,000 worth of business. It's only about 40 customers. So that includes what Bob's eating and his customers and members. You're going to get, if they do $10,000 worth of business, you're going to get a $500 royalty check. All right? So, and if Jeff does the same, another 500, and all the way down to the third level. So you're going to earn a $1,500 royalty check on top of your retail and your wholesale that you're making over here from your customers and your members, because you can have as many of these people as you want. You know, you can go as wide as you want. Same thing with the supervisors. As long as it's in your 3 levels, you get paid 5%, 3 levels deep. You can have as many Bobs as you want. You can have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and that can be in any of the 94 countries that we are in around the world. So cool. Now, I just want to show you the 4th and the 5th area of income. So the 4th area of income is production bonus, all right? Production bonus is when you start building a bigger team, you get 2 to 7% paid right down to infinity on your whole organisation. To qualify for that, 2% is what we call our GET team, which means your team are doing about 20,000 points a month. You do that 3 months in a row, you're on the GET team. You get about an extra $1,500 bonus check. Our 4% is our millionaire team, and our 6% is our president's team, and there's an extra 1% there. We have a special awards every year. So guys, the GET team, the millionaire team, and the president's team, this is where you're earning incomes of $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, and $40,000 a month plus by building just a bigger team of supervisors, okay? So, of course, that's not going to happen overnight, disclaimer, but this is something you can build over the course of, the months and the years. You can build a massive organisation with Herbalife if you want to, which stretches around the world, all right? Now, the last area of income is vacations. We have giveaways, like promotions, prizes, all those sorts of things that the company throw out, for people who want to qualify, and that really is another form of income if you take advantage of all of the things on offer. So all you really need to do, Jane, is decide, do you want to just make a little bit of money, or do you want to make a lot of money? And do you want to make it sooner, or do you want to make it later? And, if it's the latter, then of course we need to get you to supervisor ASAP, and I can show you how to do that straight away. Probably the first thing to do would be to place a 500 or 1,000 point order and to get your business off to a great start and get you some retail profit, and we'll go from there.
you can make money straight away, which validates the business opportunity. It's not like a normal business where you have to put money in and lose money first before you make money. It's not like that. You can not even have any stock and sell the money, and then you order it and you make profit and you haven't even invested anything. You can do that. I prefer to have stock. So a 500-point order to get to 35% off is a really good idea, I think. If you're starting a business, it's about $900-ish, $950, but you get like $1,400 worth of product, so you make a profit of like $400 or something. I'm just giving rough numbers. The 1,000-point order, you get 42% off that whole order. That's 6 packs. The other one is 3 packs, and it's like $1,800 or something. But it's like worth $2,800, so you make $1,000 profit. So a lot of people, if they're husband and wife on the products, they buy 6 packs at 42% off to save $1,000 on their own product use. It lasts them 3 months each. So, I mean, how many people do you have that don't know? Your customers, your downline members, are they just ordering at 25? Can you help them get a bigger discount? Because what I've found too is if they have a couple of spare packs on the shelf in their pantry or whatever, they're much more likely to kind of fall into the business because they're losing weight, they're feeling great, their neighbour comes over for a cuppa and it comes up in conversation and, oh, I actually got some here, because they're like, oh, what's Herbalife? How do you get Herbalife? Like, so it just happens. The sales will happen even if you're a member, or you might be you may not think that you're doing this to sell it, or you're not sure if you're ready to sell it, but if you haven't the stock there, trust me, it flies up the shelf if you're using the product. So, and you can even ring your coach and get them to talk to them, but if you've got the stock, the whole thing's much quicker. They're not going to go home and Google Herbalife and go to someone else. You want them to buy from you. So that's the 2 options, 500,000 points. And from there on, you can go up to supervisor, and that's obviously the goal if you want to do the business. So I will put the napkin presentation in the group. It was actually stretched, that video. It was supposed to be skinnier, so it'll look normal the next time that you see it. So that's a bit of homework for everyone. And then remember, if maybe you've been around a bit longer and you've got to supervisor or to world team, if you have, congratulations. And this is the upper side. We put the higher levels of the marketing plan. Maybe take a screenshot. This is really the career level income. Like the Get team, 5 to 15,000 a month. Most people are able to quit their job and become a full-time Herbalife distributor, which is always a great day. Don't do it too soon. Make sure your business is solid. But it's really that's a great moment when you can get out of the rat race and be your own boss, and some of you guys have done that, and it's great to watch. And then, the other levels is just like going into the stratosphere. I mean, I've never had met anyone until my first STS, which was September 2002. There's people on the stage making $100, $1,000, $5,000, and then this one guy, $40,000 a month. Like, what? I mean, no one was offering me to teach me that at school or at my job, so I was like, I'm in. So my biggest tip to you guys before I close is have realistic expectations. It's going to take years to build an organisation, like we have. It takes time, it takes effort, and you've got to learn some skills. So plug into the system. You're already here, so tick for that. Write those goals down and just have a long-term approach. You're going to have hiccups. You heard the Janelle story. You're going to have little challenges along the way. Nothing in life that's worth doing doesn't. But what it will make of you, the person you'll become, to me is worth more to me than the income, that we make. And also just want to say, as a husband and wife, like we've been able to go get so much closer and be close with our kids too, because we don't have the stresses of money and jobs and all that. We have time to enjoy it, and working together is a challenge, I will say, but we have so much fun, and we aren't just life partners, we're business partners, and that's what's such a rich element, to our relationship. So I would encourage you, if you're on here on your own, maybe get your partner on a call with you to see the bigger picture, because we went 4-hour drive to our first STS like Janelle did. We were living in Albany for the first 7 years that we were in the business. Now we're in Perth, but we drove up to Perth together, watched the STS together. It was a 7-hour day at a hotel in the city, and we drove home and we did not stop talking. Because the marketing plan is towards the end of the day, just like you guys are hearing this now. Joe's going to show some promotions and events coming up, but the marketing plan was like burned in my memory, and we drove home and we were pumped. We planned our life, and I'm so glad he was there to see it with me, you know, because I would have come home looking like a babbling idiot otherwise. So just don't even bother trying, just bring them to the next one so someone like me can explain it to them instead of you. That's my biggest tip. All right, thank you so much for having me, guys, and see you next time.
Guys, give Jess a virtual clap and go nuts on the chat for her. That was absolutely epic, and you know, it's like that's my favorite way of seeing the marketing plan, Jess. So you completely crushed that, girlfriend, and it looks like maybe you were recording and doing it. So I love it. It's so good. It's so accurate to what we actually do. Yeah. So let me share my screen and stay with me, guys, for 10 minutes. All right. I'm going to go through what we call promotions. Now, what that basically means is what's available to you and how can you actually use them to grow your business and to advance yourself and your team members, as well as get rewards along the way. You know, let's be fair, sometimes when you're starting to build the business or now you're getting serious with it and you're really putting in a lot of effort, sometimes you don't know if you're yet on track or maybe you're not yet at the goals that you want, but at least when you're getting the little rewards along the way, it's kind of like, you know, little pats on the back going, yes, you're on your way, you know, you're doing the right thing, okay? So let me go through them. I'll quickly explain what they are, how you can use them, and what's available, as well as I have a little special announcement for those who maybe haven't seen it yet. I will announce it to you. So we have these ignition promotions. So when you're a brand new member, or if you haven't yet done these as a member, you can take advantage of them. So the first one is 100 points for 3 months in a row. So, and you get this portable blender. This one I love to use for maybe my members that are starting out on the products for the very first time, and maybe they're using their membership more just because they just want the products. Yeah, so they're not necessarily doing the business, but they're, you know, loving the products. That's my favorite promotion to show them straight away. I'm like, by the way, you know, do 3 months in a row of using your products, and you can get that. So it's something to really show. But obviously, if you're starting the business, it's one to show everyone as well. Then we've got 250 points for 3 months in a row and 500 points 3 months in a row. And by the way, if you do the 500 points 3 months in a row, you actually get all 3 prizes now. So that's wicked, all right? So keep that in mind for yourself if that's for you. But also, when you're introducing someone who is maybe just wanting to be a member for their own products, like they're not yet interested in the business, or for someone who does join you to build their business, this is open to them. So make sure that you explain it to them and show it to them, and just keep a little track on that. So just something I do, if you want to pop it down in your notes, at the very beginning of the month and then around the beginning of week 3 of the month, and then at the very end, I check people's points towards these promotions, and I just flick them a little message, or in case they have no idea how to obviously track points, especially those who aren't doing the business, they're not going to know this stuff, all right? So just make sure that you keep on top of it if you want to help those people out. And just explain the volume system to it. You'll actually see it on your orders when you're placing promotions. Basically stands for what orders you personally put through for yourself, for customers, or for those who use Go Herbalife. All the orders that get put through there are PPV. So that's the type of volume that we are looking at. Then next we have the ignition promotions. This one is about when you are doing it, but you're teaching people to do it as well. So you have to do the same points as them in the months as well. But you're already going to be doing that, right? Because you want to get it yourself. But here, for someone, say like me, guys, I'm not brand new, so I can't get the rewards from the previous slide. But I can get these rewards. So I can do points, and then I can teach someone else to do the points, and I will get these rewards at the different points. So it's about you building your business, building a team, and helping those team members actually put points on the board, be building up their own either personal use or obviously building up their businesses. They get the rewards and you get the rewards. So that's pretty epic. I'm very excited about that one. We were all super jealous of you guys who are new about getting the blenders and that. We were very jelly. So now we get to have our own. So, you know, we can calm the farm now, right? And by the way, with this one, so anyone who is at that 50% and above supervisor, we have this promotion of the 3,000 points for 3 months in a row, and it has actually been extended to including end of March. Okay, so just have a look and you get all those gifts. So if you have been jealous like me over the blender, I'm gonna get the blender. So yay, a little bit of
S&P got a little, you know.
Yeah, S&P handing out and spending the mullah. So thanks S&P for just doing these ones for all of us. So on here, they actually this is the slide we should have said that before. When this came out, I jumped up in a press team call because I was like, sorry, what? I asked them, hold on, are we getting an Apple cover or a Galaxy cover? Is that the promotion? And they're like, no, the actual, the actual iPad and a cover. I was like, what? So you actually get an iPad, an actual Apple iPad or Samsung Galaxy tablet, or if you do level 2, you get the iPhone 13 and a branded cover, by the way, or Samsung Galaxy. So it depends which one's up your vibe, and it's so perfect in my household because I got the new phone and I was yet to upgrade my husband's phone. Now I don't have to bother it. I'm just going to get one. So but how epic is this? And again, it's just sometimes, look guys, promotions are forcing you to stretch in a certain space of time that you probably weren't ready to stretch for. So sometimes it's like your mind is like, oh, I'll do that soon. I'll go for that soon. I'm not ready yet. And my favorite quote by Marie Forleo is start before you're ready. And so promotions, because the company chooses the dates, and the points that you've got to hit, you can't choose if you're ready or not. It's now or never. So start before you're ready and just go for it. Like the worst case scenario is you're going to build your business. The best case scenario is you're going to grab all this stuff as a result as well, plus a whole new set of business. So something that's very, very cool when you become a supervisor is, there's another level, otherwise you kind of reach there and you might coast along. So there are the next steps as a supervisor and you become what we call active. And as an active supervisor, at 2,500 points, don't let this fool you, okay? I'm just going to be really quick because I know you guys have been on the call for a while. But I just wanted to let you know that if you are stepping it up to doing, the iPad and the Galaxy tablet kind of points, then you can be going for the Active Suit 5K or the Active Suit 10K, and you're going to be getting extra things along the way, and you can help other people do it. For me, I go for the highest thing. It's like, what is the highest thing that I can do, and I will get everything else in between. I don't worry about looking at every single thing. It's just, what's the top thing? Go for that, and I'll get everything in between. So for me, it's like, look at level 2. 30,000 points, 3 months. That's what, or 4 months. That's what I'm going to go for, and I'll get this stuff along the way. Okay? And another thing that we have is what we call Active World Team. And this position here is basically a mini president's team member. It shows that you have done all the different parts of the business that a president's team does. And all you've got to do from there to pres is literally just repeat yourself. Just do the same thing over and over. Whatever you did to get here, just keep going. But when you do this for the very first time in Australia, New Zealand, we have this extra, by the way, extra bonus for you. The company already gives you a US $500 bonus and all this other stuff. But you actually get this on top of it if you're in Australia, New Zealand, for doing it for the very first time. They'll give you this lovely hamper, you get a $1,500 Visa gift card, you get a little trophy and everything, and that's just a bonus to the whole thing. It's absolutely epic. I'm jealous we didn't get this, okay? So again, lap it up, new people who are going to get this for the first time. It's wicked. And congratulations. Clap it up, please, for me. I know we can't go crazy, loudness, right? But everyone, switch your cameras on and give a bit, obviously if you're dressed, and give the clap for all the guys on the screen. So if your name's on the screen, a massive congratulations from everyone at corporate, all the press team. We congratulate you for this epic job of becoming a global expansion team member. And going for this, you're going to get this money can't buy experience with the Western Sydney Wanderers. And just watch now a quick video, and then I'm going to share some really cool announcements before we end the call. But by the way, you get flights, accommodation, the whole thing is included. And just watch a little video of what is to come for that experience.
congratulations. You guys have done an awesome job. And enjoy the rest of the evening. I think there's a few more surprises coming.
So epic, guys. And look, I'll just say this, right? We're building the businesses for our own reasons. Each of us all have our own reasons as to why we are doing it. But just like feeling valued and getting that recognition on top of it, actually from the company and from other people here that work the business, it's epic. And that particular experience wasn't exactly the same for when I did it. But that particular experience was the very first time I got to bring my husband with me, who wasn't necessarily on board with me doing it. And that experience alone was the experience, along with hearing actually Michelle Sharp, who you heard. It was early in her journey, but hearing her story as well as being on that experience, he got to chat with some other guys, and just him getting wined and dined and seeing the respect and the recognition the company gave me, that's what made him understand what I was doing and get on board with it. So it is powerful, guys. So, by the way, pop this in your diary, fresh off the press. We have the next event will be the March kickoff. Please write it down, Friday 4th, 8 p.m. Sydney time, with Executive President's team member Jared Cater. Jared's not only such a mate of mine, been through so much together, but Jared has an incredible way of working the business. And then for me, something that I learned from him, and I tell him this all the time, where I've learned how to, from him, that you've got to obviously guide people, be their mentor at some capacity, but also step back and let them actually become the people that they need to become, not getting in your people's way. He's incredible at that. And by the way, his average $50K a month, like $50,000 a month average income for the last 4 years, and he's 10 years in Herbalife in July. So pop that down on your notes. That's going to be an epic session. This one as well, we have a leadership experience. Remember, guys, at the very beginning of the call, I mentioned that I went to an event, and 10 days coming out, I made an extra $4,000, which kind of spitballed the whole scenario, yeah? It was actually also the same event that Jess Morgan, who you just heard, yeah? She went to it completely broken too. We both had I was going to use the naughty word, then we both had terrible businesses, non-existent ones, when we went to that event. We both had personal stuff going on when we went to that event. And 2 years after that event, she was cutting 15K President's team, and I was cutting Millionaire Team at the time. And it's the same event as this. So this particular event is my favorite on the calendar every single year. I don't know if it's because of the type of training you get in there. It's more in depth, it's higher level. It speaks to all the nitty gritty parts of the business. It's my favorite. Every time it's a game changer. So this one here, you want to be making this the absolute must for yourself, but everyone now, it starts now. Finding new people now to help them do this, okay? The leadership experience. We also have honors, so you'll see some of us sharing about this. This is like the Grammys of Herbalife. Normally we go to somewhere around the world for this, Los Angeles or Hawaii or Singapore or Paris or somewhere like that. Obviously this year we have to do virtual till time comes, yeah, but we are very excited to do this event where the company hands out a lot of money. I think last year, don't quote me, I think it was $60 million or something like that. That got handed out in a 4-hour period to everyone that, qualifies for it. But really quick, for those who don't know, the sports program, I am obsessed. And I am so excited that if you order, anyone who's a member, so you and your members, if you order the sports pack, you actually get a $35 voucher, like a credit, to your My Herbalife account. So while stocks last, obviously. So if you order that, say tonight as an example, around the end of this week or next week, it'll be added as a credit to your My Herbalife. So then you can go buy yourself teeth-free or whatever it is, you know what I mean? See what you can get with that amount, right? But I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this, but I love it. So it's like I get one, and then next time I order, I'm like, oh, I'm going to use my credit. And it's really, really cool for VIPs as well. Just to kind of have that, maybe they're on some of this stuff anyway, but maybe they could try the rest, drum roll, last thing I'm going to share, stay with me, I know you've been on the call for just as long as me, right, is the extravaganza. Jess had photos of her up there. Janelle actually had photos of her at the extravaganza too. I could recognize it from a mile away. Normally, you have to become a supervisor at 50%, and then you have to travel to, somewhere that it's located. For example, this is the Asia Pacific one I'm going to share. There are also ones in Europe, America, etc. All the regions of Herbalife have an extravaganza. And normally in the Asia extravaganza, we have to travel somewhere like, Thailand or Singapore or, Indonesia, whatever. And that's actually the fun part, right, is the travel normally, right? But obviously right now we're going to go virtual, which makes it more accessible to more people who perhaps maybe haven't come before because of the traveling element. And they put so much technology into it. Last year we got to have like a virtual reality, which we have again this year. There's games, you have your own, the words left me, but like my kids are gamers, and you have your own person, whatever. You make their hair, you make yourself look the way you want to look, and you're strolling around, you can interact with other people. It's epic. So this is the training period. It's actually not open to supervisors, but it's open to every single member, everyone who has a ticket. All right. And then there's a VIP package. So VIP is what you want to be focusing on. You're on the call right now. You've got enough time. If you do 5,000 points 3 months in a row or 18,000 points accumulated, so maybe you hit 4,000 1 month. Now you can do 6. Do you get what I'm saying? In this space, January to May, that's really easy, to be fair. I mean, we used to have to do that in like a month back in the day. So you guys get a little bit extra time, and you're going to get this VIP package. You're going to get a virtual tour like I did. Like I said, you literally look like you're in there, and a video streaming kit as well. So you can get your tickets now. If you didn't know, it is 46 Australian, 51 New Zealand dollars. Just hop onto My Herbalife. You actually can go into events and promotions, and you'll see a pack extravaganza, single or couple. Go single if you are just by yourself or just in your household kind of thing. But go get your tickets, all right? And this is what's included. Look down the bottom. This is what's included. It is absolutely epic. And a portion of your ticket will actually go towards our charity, Herbalife Nutrition Foundation. And these are our special guests, Mark and Jill Addy. If you want to turn it up a notch, it's like they are so easy to listen to. Like you could listen to them all day long. But they were known as the Fit Club crew, so they kind of brought this whole fitness element to Herbalife. I think it was a good 10 years ago now. They are heavily into, building the nutrition clubs now, and they do Herbalife in every single way imaginable. But their business is enormous. Who knows? Will follow Style Bell on, Instagram, or Garen Jones, or people like that. That's just a small part of their business. They have incredible leaders. They are incredible leaders, and you're going to love hearing from them, as well as our CEO, John Aguinobi, and the hottest doctor. Sorry if we haven't announced him as the hot doctor in so long. My bad. You haven't had me hosting telling you how hot he is. He is just as hot in person as on the screen. Luigi Grutton, who is our Vice President of Training. So he is a doctor. However, his job in Herbalife is to teach the members, us, non-doctors, okay, about the products and health and nutrition. And again, he's so easy to follow. So it makes it extra fun for that whole training. And he is really just so good at like explaining the information in a way, relaying the information to us in a way that makes sense in non-doctor terms. Yeah. So get your tickets now, and that is literally the end of my slides. Thank you so much for joining us on the February Success Training Seminar virtually. Please go nuts on any groups that you're on, sharing how you love today. And we can't wait to see you all on the next STS that you'll see through your emails. But obviously, hop on the kickoff on March 4th, and you'll get the details on that one as well. So thank you so much to our guest speakers. Thank you to everyone who joined, and much love and much success for February. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Jo. Thanks, Nell. Thanks, Jess.
Recording stopped.